People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Baus Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening and welcome to Lancaster High School as we are ready for tonight's Monday night high school wrestling triangular. The Lancaster Flying Arrows taking on the new-look Darlington Redbirds and the co-op of the Belmont Platteville. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Laley Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, joined alongside our two-time Hall of Famer Chuck Rasmussen. Welcome to our Raleigh Cheese pre-match show, and Raz will have three dual matches here this evening with the three teams from Southwest Wisconsin set to compete, and really all three teams kind of at various points in their story. As you know, Belmont Platteville, they've been to sectionals a few times over the past few seasons. Lancaster starting to get their feet under them with a lot more participation, a lot more wrestlers to go with, and Darlington splitting from their co-op with Blackhawk, now a standalone program. Three different stories heading into this meet here tonight, and kind of a measuring stick to kind of see where teams are at early on in the season.
I would agree with you. I know, talking with the Belmont Platteville coach Emmerich there, this is going to be a good indicator as far as for like the SWC duels, and talking with Coach Wolf from Darlington. He's got some kids that are really starting to perform real well. He's looking forward to things here tonight. Everybody's going to have a good duel match somewhere along the line.
Here's our national anthem from Lancaster High School. Well done. Tonight's national anthem performed by the Lancaster Pep Band as we get ready for our first dual meet as Darlington takes on Belmont Platteville in duel number 1. Then it will be Darlington taking on Lancaster in the second duel, and then the third duel will be Belmont Platteville against Lancaster. Again, Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth on 97.7 Country WGLR FM Lancaster and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Ayers Furniture, best seat in the house, brought to you by Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what should be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture and AyersFurniture.com. Our Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Raz, as these dual meets, sometimes the lineups do shift from time to time, but tell us some of the wrestlers that you have your eye on across all three teams here tonight.
Oh, all right, okay, we'll go that way tonight. We'll start off with these two teams here. Talking with Coach Wolf from Darlington Blackhawk. Talking about their heavier crew here has been performing very, very well so far. And that's going to Maximo Zolo at 190 and Ruff there at 215, Gage Ruff, and then Caden Drake, all with just one loss, those three men here too. And we're going to get ready to go here real quick too.
Colors of the match brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Both teams in this dual meet going with black singlets. Darlington in a black singlet with Redbirds written across the back, and Darlington across the front with some white stripes. And Belmont Platteville in the black singlet with the BP logo centered on the chest, and Belmont Platteville written across the back. And we're underway at 106.
Yeah, we're actually going to be at 120 pounds. Neither team has a 106-pounder, and so and at 113 pounds, James Kastner from Belmont Platteville will get a forfeit, and so here at 120 pounds, it's a takedown for David Arguello, junior from Darlington Blackhawk. He has got a record of 8-5. His opponent is Peyton Mooreshead, a freshman from Belmont Platteville. He has got a record of 4-6 and 3 for the first takedown. All takedowns now, second year in high school wrestling, are 3. Our official tonight is Don DeLura. And before I forget about it, we're going to welcome in some listeners, watchers from Florida. So looking forward to having you on the stream tonight and hopefully we'll see some good wrestling here.
And the number of watchers keeps climbing as we get the action underway here.
Yes. And it was a takedown and an escape for Mooreshead. And then another takedown for Agrello. And Agrello is a junior with a record of 8-5. And looking to get a roll and a 2 reversal. Making the score at 6-3 with 12 seconds remaining in this first period. Arguello working on the bottom, and time is now run out at the end of the first period. Score 6-3.
Wrestling Tonight sponsored by Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Our scoreboard today presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. If we have any updates across our Southwest Wisconsin sports landscape, we'll bring them to you on our Shoebox scoreboard. Let's pick it up in period number 2 at 120 pounds.
And Arguello is in the top position to start things out. He deferred, and Mooreshead chose down. Again, we're in the first match of the evening. This is at 120 pounds. Belmont, team record this year, 7 dual meets, 5-2. Darlington comes in at 4-5. And there's a sit, and he gets out of position, and Mooreshead has found himself on his back. Arguello not able to tighten things up, but he's going to get himself a 4 near fall. 10-3 is the match score. I'll apologize now if I'm getting some names mispronounced. I did check on most of them as far as pronunciations, and young man from Darlington I didn't get. Right waist working on the towards the head portion of the Darlington wrestle is Arguello. And he's going to be able to maneuver around and work into a half Nelson series. Doesn't have it buried, and he's not going to get just the 2 points. (12-3) match score. 15 seconds remaining. Second period. Arguello is ahead. Trying to come up with a cradle. Doesn't have it quite locked, and he's going to run out of time. But Arguello from Darlington, excuse me, it's just Darlington this year, not Blackhawk. I'm so used to saying that for so many years.
It's hard to find a sport that's changed so much in one season.
Yes, yeah.
Or so, because it's not just the co-op of Darlington Platteville splitting up. It's pretty much the entire landscape of high school wrestling, a new postseason and everything like that, too.
It's going to be interesting. We were talking about that earlier, you know. One of the things that, like the super regional, I guess, trying to think, sectional, whatever it's going to be called. We're talking about the heavyweight bracket, just in the one that Lancaster's in this year. The top 3 ranked wrestlers in the heavyweight division will be in that super regional, and all 3 of them could be state place winners.
Right.
Minute and a half. Here, 12-3 is the match score yet. And kind of in a scramble position here between Morsehead and Arguello. And it's going to be Arguello coming out on top, but did not get the takedown. So we're still neutral at the minute and 5 mark. Shot attempt. Good sprawl by Morsehead. And driving on through those Arguello, and he's got the takedown, 3 takedown. And looking to get back points and a possible pin. 15-3. No points yet. Hasn't been able to connect on this cradle. Good job by Morsehead to get back to his base. 30 seconds. Morsehead, a freshman. Sits out, and this is where he got himself caught before, and he's going to get caught again. And there's 3 for a near fall, and it's going to be a tech fall. 18-3 is the win for David Arguello.
Team score 4-0 after one match. Actually, check that, 5-0.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't see the 113-pounder go out. I have one in my book here.
And we'll see as we go to 126 wrestling tonight, brought to you by Mountain City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MountainCityBank.com. And by Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont.
All right. I found out the situation here. It was James Kastner moved up from 113 to wrestle at 120. And then Peyton Morsehead is going to check in at 126, and he's going to get the forfeit there. That's why there was no score. And you talked about it. Changes in the lineups, and to talk to the table people here before the next match to get them to make the announcements of who's wrestling. This will be 132. And I've got in my book is Aiden Weigel from Belmont Platteville, a sophomore at 9-3. His opponent is Austin Schulte, a senior from Darlington Blackhawk at 4-8. And Weigel with a 3 takedown. Weigel working into a pinning combination. Near fall points have been counted, just 1 and then 1, so nothing's going to be awarded. Working an arm bar on that left-hand side of Schulte. And there is the pin, time of 1 minute and 5 seconds for Aiden Weigel.
Wrestling Tonight brought to you by Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. Also by Wolf L&G Farms of Lancaster. Wolf L&G Farms reminds you to support your local pork producers. 12-5 the new team score. We head to 138 pounds.
All right, this would be Briggs Weigel for Belmont Platteville at 138 pounds. Briggs is a sophomore with a record of 9-4. His opponent, at least what was given to us earlier, is Phoenix Johnson. He's a junior with a record of 4-10. Weigel with the takedown. Sophomore looking to tighten things up. Goes to a reverse half. And close. Briggs Weigel was the class champion last year at 126 pounds, and he'll come up with a fall in 39 seconds.
Belmont Platteville now in front 18-5 in dual meet number 1 of the evening. Wrestling Tonight brought to you by McNutt Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs. Whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential, Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call. I'm ready to help you. McNutt Electric in Belmont. And by Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC.
At 144 pounds, Dylan Weigel will receive a forfeit. Weigel, the returning state runner-up at 138 pounds last year. He was a class champion, now goes to 13-0 on the season.
Wrestling also brought to you by Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. That brings up the 150-pound weight class. Both wrestlers checking in at the scores table, heading to the center of the mat. 24-5 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington.
At 150 pounds, I've got Jesse Kastner from Belmont Platteville, and he's wrestling against Rucker Weiskircher from Darlington. Weiskircher, a junior with a record of 8-4. Kastner with a record of 5-4. He is a sophomore. Working in the first period. Oh, nice move here by Kastner. And he'll get the takedown and release his opponent. 3-1 is match score. The minute and 5 mark of the first period. We're in the 150-pound weight class. Snap and then spin. There's another takedown for Kastner. And an escape. That scored 6-2. The Lancaster Fieldhouse. Nice crowd here this evening. A shot, good counter, and it's going to be Kastner catching the far elbow, and he's going to get another takedown, making the score at 9-2 in the last 15 seconds of the first period, trying to come up with a chest crusher, and he's going to be able to get a 1 count. There it is. Just won twice, so no points yet. 5 seconds, and there's another. Now he's going to get 2, I think. So a 2 near fall for Jesse Kastner. And the match score is 11-2.
Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC.
And the neutral will start the second period. Run right in the center of the mat, like that. Tied up ear to ear, push away. A shot by Kastner. Weiskircher is able to put the hips in and sprawl. And in a scramble, and it's going to be Kastner with the takedown. 14-3 is the match score. Minute and 8 on the clock, second period. 14-3 is the match score. Kastner decides to go neutral and pushes his opponent away. 14-4. Trying to go underneath again. Not able to do so. Good block off by Weiskircher. Work back to the center of the mat. Oh, nice pick there by Kastner. The takedown makes the score 17-4. 15 seconds remaining, second period. Now trying to hook up a cradle. Not able to do so as Weiskircher quickly breaks the hands. And we'll go to the third period. That score at 17-4.
Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. And by Laley Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe.
Before I forget about it, I'd like to thank Emmerich Williams from Belmont Platteville, the coach there, and Jim Wolf from Darlington for providing the lineups and the stats for us. And again, now a pinning combination being put on by Kastner. 17-4 is the match score. This will end up being a tech fall unless it's a pin. That will be a 4 near fall. So Kastner wins by tech fall, making the team score at 29-5. Going to move to 157.
Wills Grantland Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wills offers full-service copying and printing available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wills Grantland Graphics of Lancaster. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters, and overhead doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are in duel number 1 of our wrestling triangular tonight, with Belmont Platteville leading Darlington 29-5 as we move to the 157-pound weight class.
And I've got in my book here Tyler Kissamore Senior from Belmont Platteville with a record of 12-2. His opponent is Parker Mosley, a junior with a record of 7-5.
Yeah, but it's Kismore. Kismore, yep, for Belmont Platteville.
Okay.
Yep.
I pronounced that incorrectly, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you said Kissamore.
Yeah, I'm going by the spell.
Yeah, common mispronunciation for that.
Yeah. So, all right. But either way, it's Kismore with a takedown. And now back points. Kismore up to the feet. Gets him off the mat like that. They got to be careful bringing him back down. You are responsible for the opponent's safe return to the mat. Kismore having a good year. Again, 12-2 on the season. There's a turn, and that's going to be close. Got 35 seconds to go. And there is the pin. Time of 1 minute and 27 seconds for Tyler Kismore.
That'll bring the team score to 35-5. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Southwest Health. With over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And earlier, we had a very abbreviated Raleigh Cheese pre-match show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. We go to 165 pounds now with a 35-5 team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington.
All right, we're going to go with what I have in my book right here. That 165 would be Oliver Harkis, a sophomore, record of 10-2 from Belmont Platteville, and his opponent Anakin Carey, a junior at 2-5 from Darlington. Harkis was a state qualifier last year at 144 pounds, and in very quickly on a takedown. And there's a tight pin in 28 seconds for Oliver Harkis.
Brings the team score to 41-5 now. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all of your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. And the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. To 175 pounds we go. Again, 41-5 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington in duel number 1 of our wrestling triangular.
All right, I'm going to have to go with what I've got in my book again here, too. Got J.J. Craze, a freshman from Belmont Platteville, record of 3-7, and his opponent is Riker Christ, also a freshman with a record of 7-5. These two are going right at it. I like to see that. A little tight right now for either one of them to score as they're ear to ear. Back to the center. Half a minute elapsed already in the first period. No score between Craze and Christ. Craze able to get the first takedown. Christ up to his feet, brought back down by Craze. Plenty of room yet for you tonight the gym redone here this past summer. It's very, very nice.
Looks like we have our first blood stoppage of the evening with 37.9 seconds left in the first period at 175 pounds. 41-5 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington. Wrestling tonight brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Cranston, the West End Salvage team for recycling, as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. And by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Toyota, when you are ready. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Masterson with you with the best seat in the house, the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth at the Lancaster Fieldhouse. A new look Lancaster Fieldhouse as well. The basketball floor looks new. The bleachers look significantly
all
cleaner
replaced.
here. Everything's replaced.
They got the accessible now as far as getting up and down, and the bleachers, very nice. I like the colors, brighter. I think they got bright light. New lights in here too. And so it's nice, very nice.
Unfortunately for us tonight, they haven't used the spotlight for the wrestling mat here tonight. That makes it a little easier for us to broadcast from this vantage point. Yep,
for certain. So.
Yep, and we were mentioning earlier in the broadcast about the changes in high school wrestling with the new postseason format and all the drastic changes. I don't remember a sport having so many changes from one season to another quite like high school wrestling, and part of it's due to the popularity, especially with girls wrestling now really taking off. The girls now wrestling on their own. There's no crossover or intergender matches, so to speak. But I have to say, just kind of the minimal amount that I've been following high school wrestling since I started doing high school wrestling broadcasts, I don't remember the amount of participation just being this high across the board.
Yeah, well, it's kind of rebounding. The numbers not where they were a few years ago, but are coming back again. And I think you put in the women in the wrestling now too, and I believe it is the fastest growing sport in the state of Wisconsin. And then we get started again with 35 seconds to go in this first period. 3-0 is the lead for J.J. Carey. $20 seconds. 3-0 yet. Carey's on the advantage over Christ in the 175-pound weight class. End of the first period.
And just to continue that point, there's also been changes, not just the postseason with the format, but the team state tournament now going to lacrosse instead of the field house, which, I know that there's kind of been some, mixed feelings about that, going from the field house. But I will say, if they're going to choose a venue, go to the lacrosse center where it's, kind of a similar environment where everyone's kind of compressed and everyone's kind of tight together.
Yep. It's, the being there at the field house has always been a good memory as far as for me and that. Chris able to bring Carey back down to the mat, trailing 3-0 is Chris. Chris trying to work with a tilt now, off to a chest crusher off to the side. Carey's able to fight that off up to his feet, looking to break the hands. And brought back down fairly hard to the mat. It's all okay yet. Carey gets his head up, and that's how you start with a stand-up, is get that head up. They're going to be tending to Chris again. He's got a cut in the side of his face.
He's got a bandage on his right cheek, and now it looks like his bottom lip. Going to be tended to again. 3-0 the score in the second period with 1:04 remaining. 41-5 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington in dual meet number 1. The Redbirds will square off against Lancaster in dual meet number 2, and then Belmont Platteville gets a shot at the Flying Arrows in duel number 3. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin, proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. By Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. And by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville.
We're in the 175-pound weight class. This and 3 more weights to go in this first dual meet. Belmont Platteville holds a 41-5 advantage in the team score. Darlington, dual meet wise, we says is 4-5. They were defeated by Cuba City Benton Southwestern 42-26. Got beat by Monona Grove McFarland 42-18 at the Reedsburg tournament. Got beat by Riverdale 35-30. Beat Lacrosse Logan Central, score of 38-33. Beat River Valley 36-20, and lost to Greenfield 47-30. Back at it again now at the 1-minute mark of the second period. Craze sits out, followed by Christ. Up to their feet, and Craze is going to get the escape. And he's going to get the snap and spin for a takedown. There it is on the board. I wasn't sure what was happening there. 7-0 the score, under a half minute to go in the second period. J.J. Craze from Belmont Platteville with the advantage at this point. Chris tries to stand up. Good tight waist, arm chop by Craze. End of the second period. 7-0 is our match score. Again, J.J. Craze over Riker Christ.
Wrestling tonight sponsored by Russell Offices, your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Taking another blood time here for Christ. Yeah, and he's wearing a mouth guard too. Trainer Jen Wagner over to help out.
Yeah, it's that bottom lip that keeps bleeding. This is the 3rd blood stoppage of this match.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our Grant Regional Health Center and People State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We're at Lancaster High School for our wrestling triangular. We're in dual meet number 1, Belmont Platteville with a 41-5 lead on Darlington, and we'll pick it up in period number 3.
Yeah, good job there putting the Grant Regional in there as trainer Jen Wagner over there working things out too. So we're going to be neutral to start this 3rd period. 7-0 is our match score with Craze on the advantage side. 175-pound weight class. Forehead to forehead, both with a collar tie. Their right hand. Chris pushes it off. Back in, now they're ear to ear. Circling. Chris goes for a throw, and he's going to get the takedown. And some back points, too. And gets a little bit high. And I think he's going to give up the reversal for near fall. Oh, illegal. 1 point green.
All of a sudden, it's 8-7.
And it's Carey with the advantage, 8-7. Carey sits out. Chris follows, sitting out again. Chris trying to come up with an arm bar on the left-hand side of Carey. 45 seconds remaining, third period. 8-7 is our match score. Carey with his head on the mat. Now he gets it up. Must be getting a little tired here. And the point given for an escape, I believe. No, not going to be given. And the final score is going to be 8-7. Carey will win this match. Takes the team score to 44-5 as we go to the 190-pound weight class.
Put a star next to that match as our potential match of the meet, brought to you by Wolf's Grantland Graphics. Wrestling tonight also brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialists. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint. In Lancaster, 44-5 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington in duel number 1 of our wrestling triangular. We go to 190 pounds. The wrestlers checking in to the score stable.
All right, I've got Cam Moore, Jr. for Belmont Platteville, with a record of 8-3, matching up with Maximo Zolo. Zolo?
Yep.
Okay. Good job. 7-1. I know this is one of the guys that Jim Wolf was talking about. It is a listener and a learner. Just a freshman. Moore in on a shot.
Maximo Zolo, also a key part of Darlington's state championship football team. Called his name quite a bit.
As a freshman.
Yes.
Good scramble here. Nearing the edge of the mat over by the Darlington bench. Underneath is Moore. Moore with a record of 8-3. Zolo with a record of 7-1. Nice shot by Zolo. Did Zolo play defense or offense?
He was a linebacker. In fact, in the 2 games I called for Darlington, he had an interception in each of those games.
Oh, cool. But you saw that nice shot there. It looked like, okay, it would be a tackle. Oh, we got blood time again. This time Moore, I believe. Going to be taken care of. Moore, a pretty well put together young man also, both of these two men.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the 37.1 mark of the first period, 3-1. Zolo with the advantage over Moore in the 190-pound weight class, 215 and 285 to follow.
Breckler Insurance Group. All of your insurance needs. See Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And by WCC Brands, custom apparel in Kieler and at WCC-brands.com.
Neutral. (3-1). 20 seconds remaining, first period. Zolo with a shot. Back up to his feet, though. Nice block by Moore. This time Moore takes the shot. In on a single. Not able to get it. Zolo spins around. Has to bring him down to the mat and cover. And he will cover. He will cover right before the end of the period. And it's now 6-1. Moore will take the down position. Start the second period. Trailing 6-1. Moore trying to stand up. Up to all fours. And working the hands. And he's going to clear and he'll get the escape. 6-2. Another shot by Zolo. I like the way that he penetrates on that step.
He certainly moves like a linebacker.
He does. Quick feet. Quick feet. 6-2, under a minute and a half, second period. Out of bounds, back to the center. Joe Poots, referee for this match. And him and Donnie Delora will be officiating the next one. Both have state tournament experience. .1. Another shot. Nice recovery by Moore. And still neutral. Right hand underhook by Zolo. Throws it up, tries to score, but does not. And they're still neutral. 15 seconds remaining, second period. There's a throw attempt as Moore was trying to push. And it's going to be Moore just kind of loosening him up. And going to get the takedown. It's now 6-5 as we start the third period.
Culver's of Platteville, welcome to Delicious. Try their made-to-order Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. Dine in, drive through, or order through the app and take your food to go. Culver's of Platteville is proud to serve the community for over 29 years.
There's Zolo in the down position to start the third period. He'll get the escape. Match scored 7-5. With a shot by Moore. Sprawl, hips in. By Zolo. Trying to work that spin drill in practice, and he will spin. And get the takedown to Zolo. Taking the score 10-5. Oh, that's illegal. Yeah, you would think that, one is good, and then you put that second one in, but that's illegal. Yeah. So it's 10-6. Crowd still coming in. Plenty of room for you, though. Zolo working in the top position, a minute and 10 on the clock in the third period. He is up by a score of 10-6. Trying to tuck a wrist underneath his Zolo. Oh, there's another one. That's another penalty. Full Nelson. Zolo, a freshman, But again, as Jim Wolf talked earlier, he listens, you know, and this is probably one just being aggressive. He'll learn. 10-7. Under a minute. Moore up, and now driving back in. He's in on a single leg. And we got locked hands. And that's going to be on Zolo, I believe. I'm going to guess that this is actually 2. This is a third penalty, so it's going to be a 2. Yep. That's his third penalty. Another penalty on Zolo, and this match will be over.
Trying to hang on to a 1-point lead with 35.8 seconds left.
Yeah. You know, I'm almost thinking giving him the escape, but that would tie things up. But I don't know.
Zolo's definitely been the aggressor.
Yes. Yeah. You got to be careful there. Moore trying to come up. Zolo with a tight waist. He's up to his feet as Moore going forward and trying to get out of that. He's going to get not the loss of control yet. 10 seconds remaining. Zolo in the top position. And the match will be concluded. 10-9 is our final score.
Man, oh man.
Another great match.
Both wrestlers just gassed. And that was a heck of an effort by Zolo, able to keep his opponent down for the final 35 seconds of that match. It came very close to getting that escape point and tying things up.
44-8. We move to 2:15.
Wrestling Tonight brought to you by TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Jury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville.
To the 215-pound weight class, it's going to be Ethan Burgraff, the senior. For Belmont Platteville, his opponent is Gage Ruff. He's a junior from Darlington. He has a record of 4-1. Burgraff with a record of 5-5. Boy, they're eyeing each other. All right.
Wow.
This could maybe get a little aggressive, too. I see a good job here by Mr. Poots, the official, talking to him as they come back to the center. Like, hey, boys, let's keep this under control. Don't want any fights or anything else like that. Overhook, underhook. Looking right over by the cheerleaders. Back to the center they go. Burgraff and Ruff. Burgraff underneath, come back up to his feet. No score. He just touched the 1 minute mark. Burgraff down to his knees, back up to his feet. Now they're both looking to lock things up. Burgraff steps through. He's going to get the lock, and he's going to take Ruff to his back. Burgraff tightening things up. Excuse me. That's Ruff. That's Ruff. Is able to get the takedown with the both black shoulders and all that. Okay. Gage Ruff from Darlington with the takedown in the fall in 1 minute and 19 seconds.
Team score now 44-14. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington. Closing matches of the first dual meet of our wrestling triangular on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We go to 285. Again, team score 44-14. Belmont Platteville leading Darlington.
And for Belmont Platteville, this will be Joe Vistrasil. I hope I've got that pronounced correctly. Wrestling against Caden Drake. Vistrasil, a senior with a record of 4-3. Drake, a junior with a record of 9-1. Drake hits a fireman's carry, and he's going to get the takedown. Nice setup. Working off to the left-hand side of Vistrasil. Now switching to the opposite side. Good aggressive cross face. Drake getting a little bit high. Vistrasil comes out the side. (44-14) match score. Reversal for Vistrasil. Again, coming up will be Lancaster wrestling against Darlington. Oh, good job there by the official there. The arm of one of the wrestlers got caught in the singlet of his opponent. And Joe did a great job of stopping the match there. Drake gets a reversal. It's now 5-2, under a half minute goal, first period. 285-pound match. Off to the side goes Drake, trying to put a head in the ribs cradle. It's a little bit high, doesn't get the head in the ribs. Now readjusts. The near fall criteria has been met. And there is the fall right at the buzzer. So the pin for Drake, and we're going to call it a minute 59.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton.
Final score, 44-20. Belmont Platteville over Darlington.
All right, that wraps up dual meet number 1 and dual meet number 2 coming up next as the Redbirds will take on the Lancaster Flying Arrows on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. More after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-match 1.
If it's a double 50 or double 4 parlor you milk, see Fuller's Milker Center, your Kia dealer. Fuller's offers a complete line of high technology solutions to make your dairy a model of efficiency with state-of-the-art milking systems, revolutionary milking units, and the latest in udder prep and post-dipping systems with the best in automated animal monitoring. No matter how many cows you milk, you can rely on Fuller's Milker Center, LLC in Lancaster and Richland Center to keep your operation at peak efficiency.
Fuller's Milker Center.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent are required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 321-321. That's METER to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The holidays can stir up a lot. Stress, loneliness, even pressure to drink or use. If you're feeling anxious, depressed, or just finding it harder to cope, you don't have to wait for things to get worse. Hazelden Betty Ford offers treatment and counseling that fits your life and your needs. Call 1-855-489-2383 or visit hazeldenbettyford.org. Change starts when you do, and you're closer to feeling better than you think. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Pre-match 1.
Back at the field house at Lancaster High School, we are through duel 1 of 3 tonight in our wrestling triangular on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Belmont Platteville defeats Darlington 44-20, and now it will be Darlington wrestling Lancaster, the first match of the evening for the Lancaster Flying Arrows, coming up in just a little bit. Our wrestling tonight brought to you by Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best in Fenimore. By Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at Sloans.com. Bouse Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Busher at Bouse Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. People's State Bank for personal, home, business, and ag loans. Visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Looks like we are going to begin at 113 pounds.
I think we're going to have 2 varsity reserve matches here first.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll take another quick timeout and we'll come back with the start of the second dual meet as Lancaster takes on Darlington on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-match 2.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
Advanced surgical care is closer than you think. Grant Regional Health Center offers Southwest Wisconsin the latest surgical procedures supported by leading-edge diagnostic imaging. Board-certified general surgeons Dr. Rimko and Dr. Kazi perform minimally invasive procedures, which result in enhanced surgical precision, quicker recovery times, and improved patient outcomes. At Grant Regional Health Center, you'll receive innovative, advanced care from a caring, compassionate staff, all close to home. Learn more at grantregional.com.
Season's greetings from People's State Bank. This time of year, the bank is reminded just how grateful they are for the people who make local communities shine. Customers, neighbors, and their dedicated team. Community support means everything. As families celebrate, shop, and gather this season, People's State Bank is proud to stand beside them, helping locals stay strong. From the People's State Bank family to yours, they wish you joy, peace, and a bright new year. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Pre-match 2.
Varsity Reserve action underway before dual meet number 2 of our wrestling triangular from Lancaster High School. Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters, and overhead doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR FM Lancaster, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Laley Center Monroe, and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. And Raz, I jinxed us. I was talking earlier about how we didn't have to worry about the spotlights or anything. And, of course, as the arrows take the mat, they go with the spotlight look. So you can see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Darlington in their black singlets with Redbirds across the back, Darlington across the waist, and Lancaster in the new look primary yellow singlet with a blue stripe going from the bottom to the top. Lancaster Arrows logo on the lower left of the singlet, and I believe Lancaster written across the chest in blue. Those are the colors of the match, brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental, 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. This varsity reserve matchup is at 190 pounds. It's a 6-2 lead for the wrestler from Darlington.
I think that's Ross Wolf for the Flying Arrows out there, and James Lobato for Darlington.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Raggets and Janine Dahl with Raggets & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. And by Mountain City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. (7-2) the score as we hit a minute 40 left in the second period. And after a takedown, it's now 10-2 in favor of Darlington. Shot attempt sprawled out. Now the wrestlers re-engage at the center of the mat. Minute 10 to go in the second period. 10-3 the score. The Darlington wrestler in front. Again, these are varsity reserves and don't have the full names in front of us. I think there will be one more varsity reserve match before we get the second dual meet underway here at Lancaster. Again, Belmont Platteville won the first matchup 44-20. Belmont Platteville defeating Darlington, and now the Redbirds squaring off against the Flying Arrows in duel number 2, and then Belmont Platteville will have a shot at the Flying Arrows in the third match of our dual meet here this evening. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you at the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. As we close in on 6 seconds left, and Wolf from Lancaster has Darlington's wrestler on the mat, and that's a pin. I believe that was Ross Wolf getting the pin in the varsity reserve match at 190 pounds. And I believe we have one more varsity reserve match before we get the second varsity dual match of our wrestling triangular underway. I believe for Lancaster, this would be Aiden Spurgeon. And for Darlington, this would be Caden Drake, I believe. Again, this scoreboard says it's 190 pounds, but both these wrestlers look to be at the 215 weight class as the wrestlers engage at the 9 o'clock position of the mat. Couple underhooks by Spurgeon. And Spurgeon tries to throw wrestler down, but the wrestlers get back up and re-engage at the 9 o'clock position on the mat. Now Caden Drake going in. A shot, Spurgeon able to counter. Both wrestlers go down to the mat. And points awarded. Again, I believe to Caden Drake. Headlock in for Drake at the 5 o'clock position of the mat. 19 seconds left and a reversal, I believe, for Spurgeon. Ten seconds left, 7-2 the score. Final 6 seconds left. Oh, it's Brady Jones? All right, thank you. Brady Jones, the wrestler for Darlington.
Yeah, this is Gabe Wagner.
Okay.
For Flying Arrows. I got to do something different here with the light situation.
So Brady Jones with an 8-2 lead on Gabe Wagner, the freshman for Lancaster. We're in the second period, 1:40 left. Brady Jones with a single leg rolls over. As the left arm of Wagner hooked. Now they roll out of bounds right on the line at the 8 o'clock position of the mat. Near foul points being counted off. Brady Jones's shoulders are on the mat. Wagner trying to get the pin. Can't quite get that left shoulder down. 1:08 to go in the second period. 8-5 the score after the takedown. Again, near foul points were counted off. But Wagner trying to get that left shoulder down. And there's the fall for Gabe Wagner. Comes with 53 seconds left in the second period.
Try that.
And now, as a wise man once said, let there be light, as Chuck Rasmussen gets his lamp set up, and I think we are just about ready for varsity action here at the Fieldhouse at Lancaster High School. Dual meet number 2 set to get going as Lancaster takes on Darlington. Darlington fell to Belmont Platteville in the first dual meet tonight, 44-20. Had a couple varsity reserve matches, and now we're ready for varsity action at 113 pounds. In dual meet number 2. Wrestling brought to you by Wolf LNG Farms of Lancaster. Wolf LNG Farms reminds you to support your local pork producers. By Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. And by Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project.
Lancaster
All right, at 113 pounds, John Lindholm for the Flying Arrows will receive a forfeit. Lindholm, a junior. And at 120 pounds, it would be Will Cradwell for the Flying Arrows. Will, a junior. He was a state qualifier last year, 6-2 on the season.
Wrestling at 120 for Darlington, David Argus, Lancaster, Will Cradville.
And David Argell from Darlington. Underway at 120. The Flying Arrows up 6-0 with that forfeit. Will trying to set up his fireman's carry. Pancake back up to his feet. Now he drops down, tries to hit it again. Now coming up out the back door is Cradwell, and he'll get the takedown awarded to him. 3-0 at the minute-and-a-half mark of the first period. Will Cradwell with the advantage over Argrello. Argrello with a record of 8-5 coming into the night. And Cradwell at 6-2 on the season. Flying Arrows come into this dual meet with, I believe, a record of 7-1. Cradwell trying to hook up maybe a cradle cross face. Now we're going to hook the right leg of Argrello with his Will's leg. Well, let's go with that. Down to the last 10 seconds of the first period. Cradwell with a 3-0 lead. And Cradwell will take that 3-0 lead to the second period.
The dental office located in Lancaster. The dental office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care. Proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster. We go neutral to start the second period.
Goes underneath. Back up to the feet they go. Overhooked by Cradwell. And he'll pop his head out the side and get another takedown. 6-0. Half a minute elapsed in the second period. Cradwell trying to hook things up and roll over his back. Good choice letting that go. Now try and come up with an arm bar. On the left-hand side, the arm bar on Argrello. Right at the 1 minute mark of the second period. Got a 1 count. So, Donnie DeLora, the official for this match, up to his feet, but hooking right into that cradle is Cradwell. 45 seconds remaining, second period. Able to cut all out of that, and then to a chest crusher is Cradwell. Will trying to tighten things up, and there is the fall in the time of 3 minutes and 27 seconds for Will Cradwell.
Wrestling Tonight brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. And by McNutt Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. And by Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialists in Platteville, Dodgeville, and appliedmicro.biz.
All right, Clayton Riley picks up a forfeit at 126 for the Flying Arrows. Puts the Arrows up 18-0, and now the Arrows are going to forfeit at 132. And this is Phoenix Johnson receiving the forfeit at 132 for Darlington.
So our next match on the mat will be at 138 pounds, 18-6 the team score. Lancaster on top of Darlington.
Okay, and this is Austin Schulte for Darlington, Ronnie Raggets for Lancaster. Schulte a senior, Raggets a sophomore. Raggets out to a headlock, trying to come around the side and get the takedown and hook into a cradle. Raggets still working, now goes to an Iowa. And he's got the Iowa, and he's going to get the takedown. Near fall points have been just one count, I think. Maybe more than me. We'll see. Raggets back into that cradle. Raggets looking to tighten things up. Right near the edge of the mat. Raggets a pin at 37 seconds for Ronnie Raggets.
24-6. Lancaster leading Darlington in dual meet number 2 of our Wrestling Triangular. Wrestling Tonight brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here.
John Muldoon, 144, receiving a forfeit.
Okay, John Muldoon for the Flying Arrows will receive a forfeit at 144. Makes his team score at 30-6, and now we're going to go to 150.
And we do have a matchup at 150 pounds.
Wrestling at 150, Darlington, Rucker Weisker, Lancaster, Brian Best.
Okay, it'll be Brian Best for the Flying Arrows at 150 pounds. Best has a season record of 4-6. His opponent, Rucker Weiskircher, with a record of 8-4 coming into tonight. Takedown for Weiskircher. Flying Arrows up 30-6. Three forfeits in that 30 points for the Flying Arrows and 2 pins, one by Will Cradwell and the other one by Ronnie Raggets. Brian Best working off, trying to work off the bottom, has an arm bar being applied to him by Rucker Weiskircher. Weiskircher trying to tighten things up with that arm bar. And Best able to scramble out of it. And comes to his feet. But Weiskircher back in real quickly and will give up no points, but gain none neither. Best up to his feet, looking to break the hands. And on the way back down, looking to hit a switch, but he's going to get caught in here and brought back to the mat, and there's a fall. Pin time of 1 minute and 40 seconds for Rucker Weiskircher. $30-12.
Wrestling tonight brought to you by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. And by Wolf's Grantland Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf's offers full service copying and printing available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf's Grantland Graphics of Lancaster. And by Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC. We go to 157.
All right, for the Flying Arrows, it's going to be Trayton McClymans. He is a junior, and he's wrestling a junior. Another junior would be Parker Mosley. Mosley with a record of 7-5, and I did not get the record for McClymans, but it's close to the same record. Out front now, trying to get around to the side is McClymans. McClymans locking up here from the feet, and now he's going to thrust on through, and he's got Mosley on his back, and there's a fall in 46 seconds for Lancaster's Trayton McClymans.
36-12, the new team score after the 157-pound matchup. McClymans getting the fall. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Southwest Health. With over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org.
All right, Lancaster will receive a forfeit at 165. And then we're going to go to 175. This will be Jackson Seipel for the Flying Arrows.
Wrestling at 175, Darlington, Riker Chris, Lancaster, Jackson Seipel.
$175, Riker Christ, 7-5 for Darlington. Jackson Seipel, 11-3 for the Flying Arrows. Flying Arrows up by a score of 42-12. Seipel gives it to her down low, picks up the single. Got a finish here and cover. Seipel not able to finish yet. There's the three. Seipel, an interesting story. As a freshman and sophomore, he wrestled varsity at 215 pounds and now wrestling at 175. Seipel locks things up, rolls over the shoulders, is able to get near fall points. And will get awarded 4 for a near fall. And working with a pinning combination again. Was able to take his opponent over for just a 1 count, I believe. Now working with an arm bar on the right-hand side of Christ. And there's the fall for Jackson Seipel in the time of 1 minute and 25 seconds.
After the 175-pound matchup, 48-12, Lancaster leading Darlington in match number 2 of our Wrestling Triangular. Wrestling brought to you by the Dental Office, located in Lancaster. The Dental Office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care. Proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster. And by Century 21 affiliated in Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel, see Bobby, Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all of your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel.
Wrestling at 190, Darlington, Maximo, Zolo, Lancaster, Nolan Hankey.
All right, 190 pounds. It's going to be Nolan Hankey, a senior for the Flying Arrows with a record of 12-2. His opponent is Maximo Zolo, freshman. We saw him in the match earlier. Aggressive wrestler. And he's just a freshman. Should be an interesting match. Hankey with the state tournament appearance last year, has placed in the Clash twice. Senior for the Flying Arrows. And what did you say about this match here too, Tyler? About Nolan?
Yeah, Nolan Hankey looking for his 100th win.
All right, cool.
Could potentially get that here tonight.
Well, we hope we get it right here. And maybe 101 in the next match. Both men with an underhook. There's a hook and a trip. And Hankey has taken his opponent to his back. And there's the pin in 45 seconds for Nolan Hankey.
Winning with the pin, Lancaster Nolan Hankey.
And the Arrows cruising along, 54-12. Arrows leading Darlington after the 190-pound matchup. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville.
And we're going to go to the 215-pound weight class. Callan Christ for Darlington and Toy Raggets for Lancaster. Raggets a sophomore with a record of 12-2. Chris did not wrestle in the first match. Collar tie. Raggets with his right hand. Snap down attempt. Back up to the feet. Raggets pushes in. Now looking for an inside tie with the left hand is Raggets. Christ in on a single leg, and they're out of bounds. Back to the center.
Both of these athletes had outstanding football seasons, too. Callan Christ, the Swall Player of the Year.
Okay. Raggets, quarterback for the football team and also a linebacker. Also a baseball player. Currently, or last time I checked, he was ranked the number 3 catcher in Wisconsin.
And both these two hit hard as linebackers.
Raggets with a throw, and he's got Christ on his back. The takedown and close, and there's a pin for Toy Raggets. Time of 1 minute, 22 seconds.
Toy Raggets gets the fall at 2:15, making the team score 60-12 as we go to 2:85 wrestling tonight. Brought to you by Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, where you'll find local bankers making local decisions and meeting local needs. It's a banking experience you won't get anywhere else. Apple River State Bank and First Community Bank of Galena, member FDIC.
All right, 285 pounds. Caden Drake for Darlington came into the night 9-1. He is a junior. His opponent, Brady Lowinger, a senior at 7-5. Drake in on a single leg. Pop the head out, and he'll get the takedown. Will be able to get the takedown. Looking at the cross face on Lowinger. He'll just decide to let Lowinger up to his feet and escape. 3-1 match score. Minute and a half, first period. Burn poke in the eye, I think. So Drake gonna recover from that real quickly, we hope. Flying Arrows up 66-12. We have this match, and then there will be a forfeit at 106.
Well, they tend to. The Darlington Wrestler will tell you that our match action brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster, and by Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Powering our audio stream, Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque, when you are ready.
Neutral. Snap it out attempt by Lawinger. Drake doesn't have anything to do with that. Official Mr. Delura telling the wrestlers to get back towards the center. There's a takedown again for Drake. There was a nice snap there by Lawinger, but not able to come around and get the takedown, and instead it's Drake. Lawinger tries to come up to his feet. Drake will just let him escape. And it's 6-2. 20 seconds remaining, first period. Drake probably 4 or 5 inches taller than Lawinger. Go to the second. 6-2, Drake.
Wolf Construction. Todd Wolf and his crew are reputable for top quality full service construction. Put Wolf Construction to the task on your next project. Wolf Construction, LLC of Lancaster.
Yeah, Lawinger just comes to the chin of Drake, height-wise. Drake in on a single, switches to a double, works on up, and he'll get another takedown. The escape, making the score 9-3. We got Belmont, Platteville, Lancaster coming up in the final duel of the evening. And, another takedown, this time working in towards half Nelson. Letting go of that is Drake. 12-3, 12-4. Drake in on a single. Drake weighed in at 222, and there's the fall for Caden Drake in the time of 3 minutes and 12 seconds. And we move back to the 106-pound weight class, and I believe Darlington has nobody here. No, they do not. And so Buzzy Ball will get a forfeit for the Flying Arrows.
At 106, receiving a forfeit.
Buzzy goes to 6-4 on the season. The Flying Arrows end up with a 72-18 win. I think we got a couple more varsity reserve matches.
All right, we'll stay here for those.
Okay.
Wrestling Tonight brought to you by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. And by Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com. Also by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville.
Gabe Wagner.
All right, it's Jonas Lobato for Darlington and Gabe Wagner wrestling for the Flying Arrows in this match at 190 pounds. I'm going to let you, if you don't, try to get things set up here also, so both of us can maybe watch here.
All right, what were the wrestlers' names again?
Okay, this is Gabe Wagner for the Flying Arrows. He wrestled earlier, and this is Jonas Lobato.
Wagner and Lobato tied up in the center of the mat, and a takedown awarded to Wagner. 3-0 the score. 1:15 left in the first period. 190-pound varsity reserve match.
And yeah, nice job working into this cradle, Wagner.
Wagner's got one shoulder blade down. Can he get that left one down? Back points being awarded. There's the fall. 7. The fall awarded to Gabe Wagner.
Lancaster, Gabe Wagner.
And that just keeps the momentum going for the Flying Arrows wrestling program tonight. Again, winning the second varsity match 66-18. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Russell Offices, your local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
And this will be Ross Wolf wrestling here against Brady James, also at 190 pounds.
Wrestlers dance to the top of the mat and now back to the center. Collar tie, they separate, and they re-engage. 1:35 left in the first period, still scoreless. Brady James trying to go in on a shot, but well defended by Wolf. Now James trying to reach for that left leg, but again, Wolf able to sprawl out of it. They go down to the ground, and they go out of bounds just before points could be awarded. They'll go back to the center with 1:09 left in the first period. 190-pound exhibition. Ross Wolf and Brady James. Ross Wolf of Lancaster, Brady James of Darlington. Under a minute left in the first period. Wrestling at 190 pounds. Still scoreless. And Wolf trying to reach for that left leg, but James able to defend it. Now he was trying to reach for the right leg. As both wrestlers trying to go for a single leg takedown, but neither one successful, and James nearly had it. Now a throwdown by Ross Wolf, center of the mat. James with the left shoulder down. Can he get the right one down? 3-0 the score. 10 seconds left in the first period. Ross Wolf has that shoulder down. And great job by James to roll out of it. 4 near-fall points going to be awarded. And at the end of the first period in this 190-pound exhibition, 7-0. Ross Wolf leading Brady James. Wrestling brought to you by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. James will begin in the down position in the second period. Again, 7-0 the score. And now Ross Wolf trying to lock that cradle in, rolls James over, and James able to roll out of it at the last second. 3 near-fall points going to be awarded. 10-0 the score. Ross Wolf leading Brady James of Darlington. 90 seconds left in the second period. James trying to get to his feet. They're now standing, and I believe... No escape point awarded, but another throwdown by James. They do put the 1-point escape on the board. But Ross Wolf has Brady James down, and there's the fall. Two minutes, 58 seconds.
Winning with a pin, Lancaster, Ross Wolf.
Ross Wolf gets the win. And that will wrap up the dual meet between Lancaster and Darlington. We will bring you duel number 3 as the Lancaster Flying Arrows take on the co-op of Belmont Platteville on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pre-match 3. The Lancaster Chamber of Commerce invites you to Shop Hop Holiday Tour in Lancaster. Heads Up Salon. See Sherry, Jenny, Brittany, and Sydney for highlights, colors, cuts, perms, and more. Plus, Grace Landon offers nail services, including acrylics and gel-X. Gift cards make wonderful gifts from Heads Up Salon. Ready to relax, unwind, and feel rejuvenated? Treat yourself to the ultimate in relaxation at Grant Regional Health Center. Their therapeutic health services include rejuvenating massages, luxurious facials, calming Reiki sessions, and much more, designed to help you look and feel your very best. And don't forget that someone special. Gift cards make the perfect holiday gift. Stop by or call today at 723-3249. The Lancaster Chamber Shop Hop Holiday Tour. Come tour the town and shop local businesses this holiday season. Shop, eat, enjoy. Local for the holidays in Lancaster. Pre-match 3.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We are off to duel number 3 as Lancaster will take on Belmont Platteville. We'll bring it to you after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-match 1.
82 million Americans rely on AM radio for news, sports, talk, and emergency alerts. But unless Congress acts now, AM could disappear from new cars. Tell lawmakers AM radio matters to you. Text AM to 39179 and urge Congress to pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act before it's too late.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation to figure out if clear aligners might be right for you. The consultation is free. 0 interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Your high school postgame show is brought to you by Elena and Ben Reeves at Edward Jones, a financial service firm serving individuals and business owners.
Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones.
If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Post-match one.
Back at Lancaster High School in the field house, we are in the final dual meet of the evening, and it's already 6-0 Lancaster getting a forfeit at 120 pounds, so we are on to 126. Again, 6-0 Lancaster leading Belmont Platteville, heading into dual meet number 3, and to call the play-by-play, here's Chuck Rasmussen.
All right, this is Lane Hendricks for the Flying Arrows. Quick takedown into a cradle is Hendricks. Wrestling against Peyton Morrishead, and the Arrow comes up with a pin in 19 seconds.
Man, oh man, what an impressive showing by the Arrows tonight. 12-0 through 2 matches in dual meet number 3 of the evening. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Heads Up Salon, Sherry, Jenny, Brittany, and Sydney for highlights, colors, cuts, and perms, and more. See Grace for nail services, including acrylics and gelics, and Heads Up Salon in Lancaster. And by Majestic View Dairy of Lancaster, from the farm to your fridge, they produce milk for delicious and nutritious beverages and foods. Learn more at Majestic View Classroom on Facebook. So Belmont Platteville gets a forfeit at 132.
That was Aiden Weigel. 138.
Wrestling at 138, Belmont Platteville, Briggs Weigel, Lancaster, Ronnie Raggets.
All right, Briggs Weigel, Ronnie Raggets. At 138. Flying Arrows got a forfeit at 120. I did not notice who collected the forfeit. Takedown for Weigel. Now, back to the center. The loss of control. And Raggets will score the escape. 3-1. Minute and a half on the clock, first period. Raggets a low shot here. Going to try to come out the side, but Weigel's going to catch him, and he's going to get the takedown. And some back points. Weigel tightening things up. He's got the reverse half, scooping the far elbow, and there is the fall. The time of 45 seconds for Briggs Weigel.
We're all knotted up at 12 in dual meet number 3. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Raggets and Deneen Dahl with Raggets and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. Also brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel and at WCC-brands.com. And by Breckler Insurance Group for all of your insurance needs. See Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years.
All right, John Muldoon matches up against Dylan Weigel at 144. Weigel undefeated on the year, again state runner-up last year, class champion. Muldoon, this 44-pound weight class has been really, really strong throughout the year. Takedown and release. Weigel, 3-1, 16 seconds into the match. Got another.
Looks like we got a blood stoppage.
Blood stoppage or a poke in the eye, maybe. Trainer Jen Wagner out to check over Dylan. He's okay. I'll come back to the center. Match score at 12-12. Or meet score, and 3-1. Match score. Weigel with the advantage over Muldoon. Weigel put together very well. There it is, a nice fireman's, and he's going to take Muldoon down. And give him the escape. 6-2. Another high crotch shot. Another takedown. Make it 9-2. Trying to work into a bar series here. Dylan Weigel. And with this double arm bar, he's got Muldoon into a lot of trouble here. This hurts. There's the fall in 1:19 for Dylan Weigel.
Winning with a pin, Belmont Platteville, Dylan Weigel.
Belmont Platteville now in the lead, 18-12. Our shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. At the half, the number 10 ranked team in Division 4, Lancaster Flying Arrows, tied with Barneveld, 27-27. Arrows hanging tough with the Division 5 state runner-up from a year ago. Also at the half, Potosi-Cassville leading Highland 24-19. That's in boys basketball in the Six Rivers West. Again, that update on the shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. We go to 150 pounds here.
And a quick takedown here for Jesse Kastner, wrestling against Brian Best for the Flying Arrows. Kastner working right off to the side into a chest crusher, now to a reverse half. And now working with the elbow too. Kastner trying to come up with a fall for Belmont Platteville. And it's very close. And it will be a pin in 28 seconds for Jesse Kastner.
Winning with a pin, Belmont Platteville, Jesse Kastner.
Belmont Platteville now in front 24-12 after the 150-pound matchup. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Rural Mutual agents John Reagans and Janine Dahl with Reagans & Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. And by Mound City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at MoundCityBank.com.
All right, 157 pounds. It's going to be Trayton McClymans for the Flying Arrows. His opponent is Tyler Kizamore from Keismore. Okay.
Yep,
sorry.
Keismore, yep.
Yep. I went with Z's instead of S's, so, but tied it. Keismore in on a single, switches to a double, lifts McClymans up, and he'll get the 3 takedown as they go out of bounds.
Wolf LNG Farms of Lancaster. Wolf LNG Farms reminds you to support your local pork producers.
Clemens sits out. Now goes back to his base. Keismore hooks in a leg, and he's going to Turk and try to take McClymans to near fall criteria, but not able to do so. Yeah, head up. Under a minute now, first period. Keismore with that 3-0 lead. Belmont Platteville leads 24-12. Keismore trying to work a half. Good job by the Climans fighting that off. Underhook and trying to work with the arm bar as Keismore And rolling through that, not giving up any points, McClymonds. Good job there, and we're going to come to the end of the first period, 3-0 Kismore.
Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont for all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs. Call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. And by Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project.
Kismore will be in the bottom position to start the second period. Up on the clock, though, by a score of 3-0. Good tight waist. Kismore up, and he'll get the escape, making the match score 4-0. Each man with a collar tie. And like to thank the three coaches. Emmerich Williams, Jim Wolf, Tyson Wolf, for the information that they have given me. And also going to have to... Oh, the blood time. Okay. Also have to give a thank you to Bristol Vesperman for supplying information for us for the Flying Arrows. Give a nod here as far as to the coaching staff for the Lancaster team here. Head coach Tyson Wolf, I believe in his third season. Assistant coaches Eric Wolf, Dustin Wolf, Matt Rasmussen, Lizzie Dressler, Kyle Mesra, and Ryan McCartney. Lizzie Dressler and her Lady Arrows been doing very well this year also. I believe they got 11 on the squad. And we just talked about Dustin Wolf. He gets to clean up the blood.
Well, they take care of that. Our Wrestling Tonight brought to you by the Dental Office located in Lancaster. The Dental Office is a trusted name for high-quality family dental care. Proud to be the preferred provider of dentistry in Lancaster. And by Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org.
Get back at it here. And with 1:18 on the clock in the second period, Tyler Kismore with the lead of 7-0.
Again, in dual meet number 1, Belmont Platteville defeated Darlington 44-20. Lancaster winning dual meet number 2 over Darlington 72-18. 24-12 the team score here at 157 pounds. 7-0 the score on the mat, and we pick up the action.
All right. 1:10 left, second period. Kismore working on the top of McClymonds. Kismore with a record of 12-2 coming into tonight. I didn't have the record for McClymonds, but I'm guessing it was 7-5, somewhere in there. And they're doing a nice job for the Flying Arrows.
Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. The
Darlington crew and fans, for the most part, have left the gym, headed home. Belmont Platteville's got a nice turnout here, and the Lancaster side of the gym is 3/4 full. Potentially dangerous. Climans will get set again. Kismore to the left arm around the waist, and it's hooking in the left leg on the left leg of McClymonds. With the Turk again. At a 1 count, but no points going to be scored for near fall. 15 seconds. Get that head up. Uses that Turk, and he's going to turn McClymonds. Near fall criteria been that, and we'll see if it's a 3 or a 4. It's a 4 near fall. 11-0 as we go to the third period.
McNett Electric in Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Shipping is crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. And by Lely Center Monroe, call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe.
Kleinman's with an escape, making it 12-0. Kleinman's cannot give a takedown to his back. Cannot give that up. Now trying to lock a throw in is McClymonds, and they're going to go out of bounds. 12-0 match score. 24-12. Belmont Platteville over Lancaster at this point in the match. Oh, there will be a tech fall. 15-0. Going to move to the 165-pound weight class. It's going to be Brady McCartney for the Flying Arrows.
Wrestling at 165, Belmont Platteville, Oliver Marcus, Lancaster, Brady McCartney.
And I think this is for Belmont Platteville. Is this Harkis?
This is Harkis, yep.
Okay.
29-12 the team score. We're at 165 pounds, 15 seconds into this matchup as the wrestlers are tied up at the 8 o'clock position of the mat. Disengage, and now they lock up again in the center of the mat. Marcus and McCartney locking up. Shot attempt by Harkis, but defended by McCartney. Now McCartney's got the left leg hooked. Trying to spin Harkis down. Harkis trying to stay level. And now a trip and no takedown points awarded yet. 45 seconds left in the first period.
Oliver Harkis, a state qualifier last year in the 144-pound weight class. McCartney was a place winner in the class last year.
McCartney still not able to get the takedown at the 9 o'clock position of the mat. 20 seconds left in the first period. Harkis doing everything he can to make sure that McCartney doesn't score any points here. Now Harkis back on both feet. Harkis grabbing hold of that left arm to prevent the takedown. A lot of action, but no scoring in that first period. We are still scoreless at 165. 29-12 the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Lancaster in the final dual meet of our wrestling triangular tonight. Both teams 1-0.
Okay, yeah, with the score tied at 0-0, as Harkis' choice, he will take the down position and try to score first. Back to an ankle is McCartney. Flattens Harkis out. And there is the escape for Harkis. McCartney with an overhook, right arm. Harkis with that underhook with the left arm. Pushing and shoving going on. Somebody's going to try a throw here. They're going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a warning stalling on McCartney. .115, second period. 1-0 is the advantage for Harkis over McCartney. We're in the 165-pound weight class. Big match for both teams. McCartney working with that overhook yet. Probably trying to set up a lateral drop. Harkus underhook and trying to maybe set McCartney up and throw that over his shoulder. Under a half a minute, second period, 1-0. Two underhooks by Harkus, 10 seconds. McCartney with his overhooks. 2-1, end of the period, 1-0. As we go to the third, McCartney will choose the down position to start the period, trailing 1-0.
Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Also by Wolf Scranton Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf offers full service copying and printing, available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf Scranton Graphics of Lancaster. To period number 3 we go, 1-0 the score.
McCartney working in the down position, sits out, followed nicely by Harkus. Up to his feet goes McCartney. Harkus brings him back down to the mat. Nearing the out of bounds at the 11 o'clock position. Minute and a half. McCartney sits out again. And followed by Harkus. McCartney sits again. Reaches back. Got to be careful here. Gives up a 1 count, but back to his base. McCartney, get the head up. Underhook and a wrist now, an arm bar and a wrist by Harkus. Trying to march it forward. Harkus is able to get back points now. And close to a fall. And this will be a big win for Belmont Platteville in this meet. And there will be a pin. 5 minutes and 7 seconds for Oliver Harkus.
Makes the team score 35-12. Belmont Platteville leading Lancaster after 165 pounds. Our wrestling tonight brought to you by Rural Mutual Agents John Raggets and Janine Dahl with Raggets and Dahl Insurance Group, tackling all of your farm, personal, business, and life insurance needs. Call them at their office in Lancaster. And by Mountain City Bank, their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Step into Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com.
Wrestling at 175, Belmont Platteville, Lancaster, Jackson Seipel.
All right, J.J. Craze for Belmont Platteville wrestling against Jackson Seipel here at 175 pounds. Seipel, nice job here. The elbow and hits a pancake, working into the an armbar series as they head out of bounds. Nope, back. Seipel pulls Craze back in, leading 3-0. Seipel, an arm chop, good tight waist. Posts in front of the knee, not able to get Craze turned though. Another crossface into a cradle situation, looking for a chest crusher though. And able to post the head with his knee, and back points are being counted off now against Craze. Seipel looking to tighten things up and get a fall for the Flying Arrows. Still has 50 seconds. Minute and 10. The fall for Jackson Seipel.
Winning with the pin, Lancaster, Jackson Seipel.
Jackson Seipel ends the scoring drought for Lancaster, 35-18, the new team score as we head to 190 pounds. Wrestling tonight brought to you by Wolf LNG Farms of Lancaster. Wolf LNG Farms reminds you to support your local pork producers. And by Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont. For all of your agricultural, commercial, and residential needs, call Rundy Plumbing and Heating in Belmont.
Wrestling at 190, Belmont Platteville, Cam Moore.
As became Moore for Belmont Platteville at 190. His opponent Nolan Hankey for the Flying Arrows. Hankey at 12-2 coming in. Moore at 8-3 coming in. Hankey in on a double leg. He's going to get the takedown. We're going to tight waist his Hankey. And the set out and the escape given to Moore. 3-1. Hankey back in. Another shot. Working with his hooks and looking for a toss, but instead is going to just be able to get a takedown as Hankey. Moore working off the bottom. Hankey, good tight waist this time. Left hand around the waist and now off to the side. Able to try to hook things up in the cradle series. Got the head and the ribs like he's supposed to. And Moore is going to come up to his feet and get the escape. 6-2. Under a minute now, first period. Hankey is shot, and then as he comes up, hooks into 2 overhooks. Hankey dangerous in this position. Hankey with a whizzer. Right arm whizzer on Moore. Up to their feet again. Moore got a hold of the single leg and now decides to let that go on Hankey. Hankey probably 5 inches taller than Moore. 15 seconds remaining first period. Hankey left hand underhook. Down to lure the official, telling him to circle towards the center, and there's a throw, and Hankey with a takedown, and he's going to get a 2 near fall. So 3 takedown for Nolan Hankey and a 2 near fall, making the match score 11-2.
Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project.
All right, Hankey, after the deferral by Moore, has chosen neutral. Takes a shot, another shot. Hankey into the body lock, and he's going to bring Moore down to the mat and get the 3 takedown. 14-2. The Flying Arrows need more than a major decision. Actually, they need a fall here from Hankey. 14-2 at the 1.5-minute mark of the second period. Hankey trying to hook up a cradle. Let's go with that. Now with the cross face again. Trying to take the nose to the knee. He's got the nose to the knee, trying to get cheek to cheek, not able to do so. Starting again, Nolan Hankey with 1:15 on the clock, second period. We've got a warning stalling on Moore. One-minute mark of the second period. Nearly out of bounds. Hankey still with the feet in. 1 foot out, 2 feet out. They'll come back to the center and get started. Oh. No, they're going to continue to wrestle. On their feet, 1 escape. 14-3. 12 seconds. And we're going to go to the third period. Hankey up 14-3.
Wolf Construction. Todd Wolf and his crew are reputable for top quality full service construction. Put Wolf Construction on to the task on your next project. Wolf Construction LLC of Lancaster by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. To the third period we go.
All right, Moore chooses the down position up to his feet very quickly. Hankey's going to let him come up, give him the escape. And Hankey trying to lock things up from the neutral position. Can't quite, now I think he's, no, still not able to get the hands locked behind the back. Now it elevates and Moore is able to break free. Minute and a half. 14-4. There's a throw attempt by Moore. And now Hankey tries to reverse things and throw again, but neither one successful. Moore in on a shot on Hankey. Hankey reaches underneath and trying to kind of wrench Moore over, but they're going to go out of bounds with a minute and 12 on the clock. 14-4. Hankey, a state qualifier last year, twice has placed in the Clash. Overhooked by Hankey. There's a kind of a roll through by Hankey, and now into a with a headlock. Let go of the headlock from the front. And now there's a takedown for Hankey. 3 takedown. Makes it 17-4. Going to give him the escape. .24 seconds remaining. 17-5. Hankey's going to have the takedown, and it will be a tech fall.
And that is officially win number 100 for Nolan Hankey.
.35-23. Toy Raggets coming to the table.
Wrestling at 2:15, Belmont, Platteville, Ethan Berggraf, Lancaster, Toy Raggets.
All right, Toy Raggets for the Flying Arrows and Ethan Berggraf for Belmont, Platteville. 35-23 is the match score. Raggets being the aggressor so far. Working on the feet. Raggets with an underhook left hand. Tries to go underneath. They will get so. Now into a double underhooks. There's Raggets, and he's going to get the takedown. And out of bounds. 3-0 at the minute and 31 mark of the first period. Toy Raggets with the lead here at 2:85. Excuse me, 2:15. Off to the side, Raggets into a cradle. Got it hooked. Not able to get to near fall criteria yet. Get the head in the side, Toy. Got a leg hooked, trying to step through, and he's stepping through. Criteria has been met. Raggets is going to get the fall. 59 seconds at pin time for Toy Raggets.
So 35-29, Belmont Platteville leading Lancaster as we go to 2:85. Wrestling tonight brought to you by McNutt Electric in Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNutt Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNutt Electric in Belmont. And by Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialists in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz.
2:85, Brady Lawinger for the Flying Arrows. And Joseph Fistertrill for Belmont Platteville. Slide by attempt by Lawinger, not able to get it though. 35-29. The Flying Arrows will get a forfeit at 106. I didn't see who came out at 120 to get the forfeit. But then I'm guessing it's going to be Will Cradwell for the Flying Arrows at 113. There's a snap down by Lawinger, not able to get around though. Lawinger putting the head down of Bistro. Good positioning here yet by Lawinger, trying to reach back for that, get that ankle. Want to grab that a little differently. Lawinger cross-facing, trying to get around. No points yet in this match. And there is a takedown for Brady Lawinger. Lawinger working on the top. Half minute left in the first period. Gets a little bit high. Bistro up to his feet. Lawinger has to get himself, in my opinion, needs to get back a little farther. Decides to get high, and he's going to just let Bistro go. 3-1 is the match score. 10 seconds remaining first period. Good start for Brady Lawinger as we go to the second period.
Once our wrestling is done, we'll have the results management and Deborah Jones post-match show. We'll pick out the Hermson's Ace Hardware Most Valuable Wrestler, our Tri-Court Turning Point, the West End Salvage Scrapper of the match, and the Grantland Graphics Match of the Meet. But we are in period number 2 at 2:85 of our third dual meet of the evening. 35-29, the team score. Belmont Platteville leading Lancaster. Let's pick it up in period number 2.
Right, Lawinger in the top position, trying to break down Bistro. Still doing a good job of not allowing Lawinger to break him down. Lawinger getting high again. And Bistro probably 5-6 inches taller than Lawinger. And he's going to come up to his feet and he'll get the escape. 3-2, minute and a half, second period. Bistro trying to work the hands of Lawinger. Lawinger looking for his snap down again and trying to spin around. Another takedown for Brady Lawinger. 6-2. Lawinger with a good arm chop, left arm around the waist. 1 minute, second period. Bistro reaches back. Lawinger working for a half. And works back into it again. Lawinger tightening things up. Brady Lawinger for the Flying Arrows. Settling in, Lawinger, and there's a pin. Brady Lawinger, a pin for the Flying Arrows in 3 minutes, 29 seconds.
And with that, we are tied at 35. And we will have a forfeit at 106, so Lancaster will get the points there. So now Lancaster in front, 41-35. But we have a match at 113. It looks like wrestlers will check in.
This is John Lindholm, I believe, for the Flying Arrows.
Final match of the evening on our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling, presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. The whistle blows. We're off and running.
All right, it will be John Lindholm for the Flying Arrows and James Kastner for Belmont Platteville. The Flying Arrows up by a score of 41-35. Kastner in on a shot on Lindholm. Lindholm getting in a little trouble here, but able to work out of it, but he's going to give up the takedown. Kastner hooks in his left leg on the left leg of Lindholm. Getting a little bit high. Kastner getting a little bit high. Lindholm reaching up for the head. Not able to get it yet. Still reaching for that head is John Lindholm. And we're going to have a stalemate called. Good call here by Joe Poots. He's the lead official in this match. Don DeLura, the off official. 1 minute, first period. 3-0 the lead for James Kastner. Kastner working in the top position. And we've got a warning stalling on Kastner. 3-0. In the Flying Arrows, up 41-35. Last match of the evening. Careful reaching back like that, John. Okay, now come on around. Lindholm trying to get the reversal. Is reaching across, and he has got the reversal. 12 seconds remaining, first period. 3-2 is our match score. Lindholm. Just stay up on top here. And getting a little bit out of position. Kastner reaches for the head, and we're going to go to the second period. 3-2. James Kastner with the lead.
Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Lely Center Monroe. 41-35, the team score. Final match of the evening. Lancaster leading Belmont Platteville. It's been momentum swing after momentum swing in this final dual meet of the evening. In the first dual meet, Belmont Platteville defeated Darlington 44-20. Lancaster defeated Darlington in duel number 2, 72-18. No margin of error. In the final match of the night, we go to period number 2. It's a 3-2 lead in favor of Belmont Platteville. But again, a 41-35 lead for Lancaster on the team scoreboard.
Lindholm is going to start in the bottom position to start the second period, trailing 3-2. Reaches for a roll here is Lindholm. Not able to get it. He's got his left arm locked on the left arm of Kastner. Now there's a sit out and a reversal. Lindholm looking for back points. Lindholm tightening things up. Kastner close to being pinned, and it's a pin. John Lindholm. Biggest win of his career. Comes up with a pin in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. (47-35) our match score. Heck of an evening.
Man, oh man, what a finish in the final of our dual meets here tonight. Lancaster goes 2-0 on their home floor in tonight's wrestling triangular. They win duel number 3, 47-35 over Belmont Platteville. Coming up next, we'll have the Roosevelt Management at Edward Jones post-match show. Again, our Tri-Core Turning Point, our MVW, our scrapper of the match, and the match of the meet, all straight ahead on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-match 2.
So you need last-minute gifts. No judgment. Get an extra 25% off during Kohl's Friends and Family Sale and find great gifts under $20. Like something cozy, something thoughtful, something that says, you planned this all along. Yep, you're just one quick trip away from checking off the last gifts on your list. Save now at KohlsandKohls.com. Select styles. Offer ends December 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
When will Santa be delivering presents in your neighborhood? Find out with the Finn & Kia NORAD Santa Tracker. Download it now at WGLR.com. Happy holidays from 97.7 Country, WGLR, and Finn & Kia of Dubuque at Highway 20 in the Northwest Arterial and at FinnandKia.com.
Cheese is the perfect addition to any holiday meal. Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese House. Visit our store for your favorite cheese selections, including our own Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We customize gift boxes for any budget. Don't forget about our made-to-order cheese trays that everyone will love. Taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House. Visit us on Facebook, RaleighCheese.com, or on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
Post-match 2.
Resolve Management and Edward Jones post-match show on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. What a night of high school wrestling we had here at the field house at Lancaster High School. Lancaster goes 2-0 tonight. They defeat Belmont Platteville 47-35 in the final dual meet of the evening. Lancaster also victorious over Darlington 72-18. Belmont Platteville victorious over Darlington in the first match of the night 44-20. So Lancaster 2-0. Belmont Platteville 1-1, and Darlington 0-2 in our wrestling triangular tonight. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. And we're going to see if we can get Lancaster Flying Arrows head coach Tyson Wolf to join us on our post-match show as the lights finally go on so he can actually see us maybe.
Yeah.
But while we wait for Tyson to come up here, Raz, let's hand out some post-match awards. Let's start off with the match of the meet, brought to you by Will Scranton Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wills offers full-service copying and printing available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Will Scranton Graphics of Lancaster. I want to go back to the first match that we had, where I believe it was Maximo Zolo of Darlington came away with a narrow 8-7 win in his matchup, as both wrestlers were completely gassed after the match was done. And that was probably the most intense, evenly matched matchup that we had here this evening.
Yeah, I put that in there. Yeah, it was Zolo with the, I have him down as a 10-9 win, but it was over Cam Moore. I'm going to give another one here to Brady Lawwinger in that last match. You know, that was a heck of a job. And I think that's a real good.
Yeah. I was
both great choices.
I was also going to say Brady Lawwinger, our scrapper of the match too, because of how much and how important that match was for Lancaster to kind of get the momentum on their side. And that's also part of our Tricor Turning Point tonight, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. That match so critical for the Arrows tonight.
Yes, it was. And just a great job by Brady. And see what you come up with the next award here.
Yep, our MVW, the most valuable wrestler, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville, and we'll ask Coach Tyson Wolf.
All right, well, there you go.
Yep, so Coach Tyson Wolf joining us on our post-match show. Coach, congrats on both victories here this evening. A fun night of wrestling in your home gym. Talk about what you saw from your team here tonight as the very successful start for the Lancaster Flying Arrow season continues.
Yeah, it's been a great start for these kids. You know, we got off to a hot start. We're wrestling really good in duels. You know, we're coming together as a team. we definitely have a lot of things to work on. It's going to be nice with a little break into bi-state here that we can just get back in the practice room and clean up little things and, just improve because it's a long season. So just because we're wrestling well now doesn't mean we're going to be wrestling well at the end of the year. So.
Yep, and having worked with Raz for the last couple of years, bi-state's kind of that benchmark, part of the calendar where you kind of see where your team's at in the early part of the season. What are the things that you're most impressed with your team to this point?
Right now it's just the attitude and effort, right? We talk about things that we can control, and that's the two, that I hound on a lot is just attitude and effort. It's the only thing you can control. You can't control the outcome of the match. You can't control you just got to go try and put points on the board.
Yep, and tonight, Nolan Hankey getting his 100th career win. Talk about what that milestone, means to him and what he's meant to this Lancaster Flying Arrows program.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely leads by example, right? He's definitely a go-getter, and you can't slow him down once he gets started. So it's definitely a huge milestone for a lot of kids. You can look over at the board in the corner. There isn't very many over there, so it's a good club to join.
Yeah, but talk about the makeup of this, team this season, because, as I was talking with Raz on Thursday night in the matchup against MFL Marmac, a lot more pieces of the puzzle to work with, a lot more participation, it seems like, for the Flying Arrows. Talk about the strengths of this team in the early part of the season and some things that you're looking to improve on as the season goes along.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot different, going to a duel and wrestling, having 25 kids weigh in and step on the scale than it is to go to a duel and have 7 or 8 kids weigh in. It's a lot more fun wrestling at home, gym, just being able to move kids if you have to as well is just way more fun for, the coaches to play that game. And,
right.
Kids get a lot more involved because they never know when they're going out, and whatnot. But, looking to improve. We got to get better in conditioning, right? We looked all right tonight, but we definitely got to stay going. You could tell Nolan was getting a little tired, but that's when you're wrestling well and you're off to a great start, pinning kids the way he is, you got to get ready to wrestle 6 minutes because at the end of the year there's going to be a lot of those. So.
Yep, definitely. And then, again, as you said, bi-state coming up around the corner. What are some of the points of emphasis you're going to have with your team collectively heading into that?
Attitude and effort and control what you can control and go put points on the board.
All right, awesome. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of the season plays out for the Arrows. Thanks so much for joining us, Coach. Go enjoy these wins, and we'll see you down the line.
Thank you.
All right, that's Tyson Wolf, the head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows. The Arrows going 2-0 in tonight's wrestling triangular, defeating Belmont Platteville in the final match of the night, 47-35, and also defeating Darlington 72-18. And as we mentioned earlier in the first matchup of the evening, Belmont Platteville over Darlington 44-20. We were handing out our post-match awards. Our match of the meet brought to you by Wolf's Grantland Graphics, a block off the square in Lancaster. Wolf's offers full-service copying and printing available in wide formats for banners, posters, canvas prints, and much more. Wolf's Grantland Graphics of Lancaster. Our Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. Our scrapper of the match brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. It's the wrestler who's hustling, scrapping, and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. We nominated Brady Lowinger as the scrapper of the match with his performance that helped Lancaster catapult into the lead and ultimately getting the win in the final dual match of the evening. And our Herms's Ace Hardware MVW of the match. Herms's will be the MVP for the next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. I'm going to submit Nolan Hankey for getting his 100th career win and also having an outstanding performance here tonight on the mat. I believe he had a pin in the first dual meet and then getting the tech fall in the second one. Are there any other wrestlers you'd like to recognize here tonight, Raz?
Yes, I'm going to give the final match. John Lindholm picking up that pin in 2:23, trailing going into the second period, and got the big pin, and that put the Flying Arrows on top there. So I'm going to go with John.
Yeah, that was a statement victory, and of course that helped Lancaster seal the deal and get a 47-35 win over Belmont Platteville in the final dual meet here tonight. We'll take our final timeout. We'll close up shop. We'll do a quick check on the shoebox scoreboard. Some basketball scores we can tell you about all straight ahead as our Reed's Wealth Management and Ember Jones post-match show wraps up after this on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Post-match 3.
Season's greetings from People's State Bank. This time of year, the bank is reminded just how grateful they are for the people who make local communities shine. Customers, neighbors, and their dedicated team. Community support means everything. As families celebrate, shop, and gather this season, People's State Bank is proud to stand beside them, helping locals stay strong. From the People's State Bank family to yours, they wish you joy, peace, and a bright new year. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
Warco Transportation is taking you to the Big Apple with a stop at the sweetest place on earth. This New York City, Hershey, Pennsylvania adventure is June 9th through 16th. First stop is Hershey Chocolate World with a Hershey Trolley Tour. Plus, stops at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, Freedom Tower Observation Deck, Statue of Liberty, and a Broadway show. Learn more at warcotransportation.com. Sign up today, pay your $300 deposit, and save $30 per person. Give the gift of travel with a certificate from Warco Transportation of Bloomington.
Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for milking and cooling brand products and a full portfolio of high-tech dairy and cooling equipment. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and FullersMilkerCenter.com.
Mark Philback from the Philback family of dealerships here. Our team at Philback's wants to get to know you. We love our customers, so we make car buying as easy as possible by working with you every step of the way on a new or pre-owned vehicle and finding you the most for your trade in a deal that works best for you. And our lifetime powertrain warranty is there to provide peace of mind, making sure your vehicle always stays in the family, because someday it might be theirs. Come find us at any of our Philback locations and always find us on Philback.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Come see why at Ma's Bakery in Bloomington. Ma has all the holiday sweets. There's a huge selection of cookies and candies, and if you hurry, you might be able to get a donut too. Ma's Bakery can also cater your holiday party of any size. See the full list of catering options, including Ma's famous turkey and dressing at Ma'sBakery.com. The most wonderful time of the year is even more wonderful at Ma's Bakery in Bloomington.
Come see my grandma at Ma's Bakery.
Looking to refresh your home with a pop of color? Hermson's Ace Hardware has got you covered. Discover the stunning Magnolia Home Collection by Joanna Gaines, along with trusted lines like Clark & Kensington, Benjamin Moore, and Royal Paints. Whether you're tackling a weekend project or a full home makeover, we have the perfect paint for you, including state-of-the-art color matching. So if it's a fresh coat of what you've loved for years or a new look for your home, visit Hermson's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The Committee of the Holiday Auction by WGLR would like to thank Breckler Insurance, TDS Telecom, and Tim Slack Auction and Realty for sponsoring this year's holiday auction. The amount of your contribution that is deductible for federal income tax purposes is limited to the excess of your payment over the value of any goods or services received from the holiday auction. Please consult with a qualified tax professional regarding your specific circumstances and tax deductibility. Monies raised will support our friends and families who reside in Grant, Iowa, Lafayette, Crawford, and Richland counties in Wisconsin, Dubuque, Clayton, and Alameda counties in Iowa, and Joe Davis County in Illinois. Happy holidays, and thank you for your continued support of the holiday auction and 97.7 Country, WGLR.
As other banks change ownership, one thing remains the same: Mound City Bank. Locally owned and trusted for over 110 years, Mound City Bank is proud to be here for you.
Post-match 3.
Wrapping up the Rees Wealth Management and Edward Jones post-match show on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster going 2-0 in tonight's high school wrestling triangular, defeating Belmont Platteville 47-35 and Darlington 72-18. Belmont Platteville getting the victory over Darlington tonight as well, 44-20. Tyler Dictanis and Chuck Rasmussen with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Let's do a quick check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. In high school basketball action tonight, boys basketball, River Ridge over Wazeeka Steuben 77-37. And a final in Barneveld as the Barneveld Golden Eagles take down the Lancaster Flying Arrows girls basketball team 58-47. A back-and-forth game, but Barneveld was able to go on a 12-2 run in the final 3:33 to close out that game. Also in boys basketball, Potosi-Cassville 70, Highland 39, and Cuba City over Belleville in boys basketball 71-41. We'll have a full recap for you tomorrow morning. Steve Prestegard will have the scores for you during News and Sports tomorrow on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and WGLR.com. Let's look ahead on our Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule. We have nothing going on tomorrow night. Our next broadcast will be Thursday night as the Lancaster Flying Arrows boys basketball team hosts Platteville. Big matchup in the SWC. Raleigh Cheese pregame set for 6:40, 7 o'clock tip on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And then, Raz, we have another wrestling triangular coming up on Friday night. Mineral Point and Fenimore at Boscobel Wazeeka Steuben. Two powerhouse programs going to the new digs in Boscobel for high school wrestling coming up on Friday night. And, of course, anytime Mineral Point and Fenimore go at it in wrestling, it's always must-see wrestling. Definitely don't want to miss that one on Friday night. Should be a very fun matchup on Friday night, Raz.
I agree with you. It should be very interesting, and it will be good.
Yep, looking forward to that. That'll be again on Friday night. We'll have that Raleigh Cheese pre-match set for 4:40, 5 o'clock for the first match again on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And that's all for our high school sports coverage for this week as the holiday season comes up around the corner. Thanks to all three programs for sharing their stories and stats and information to tell you the story about all three wrestling programs here tonight. Thanks to Tyson Wolt, the head coach of the Lancaster Flying Arrows, for joining us on our post-match show. Thanks to all of our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school wrestling presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. The Flying Arrows go 2-0 in tonight's high school wrestling triangular with victories over Belmont Platteville 47-35, and over Darlington 72-18. Belmont Platteville defeats Darlington 44-20. Lancaster going 2-0. Belmont Platteville 1-1, and Darlington 0-2. From the best seat in the house, the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, for Chuck Rasmussen, I'm Tyler Dutanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night from Lancaster, and we'll see you for high school boys basketball coming up on Thursday night. Good night, everyone.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
The Tri-State's best variety of country. 97.7 Country, WGLR-FM. Lancaster. Serving Platteville, Dubuque, Galena, and beyond. On WGLR.com. A Queen Bee radio station.